Just a real quick guide to Merc in 7.0. Not a lot's really changed, but some of the abilities are missing, and the missing abilities you can basically add back, but they're in their improved form. So for example, Chaff Flare, you used to have a basic Chaff Flare that just reduced threat, and you could talent into it to add some benefit. Now you can just talent either have Chaff Flare or not have it, but when you do have it, it is in its improved state. So there's a few choices to make. Things like Electro Dart is a choice. You can either have that or these other ones, but I'll get into that in a minute. So basically the obvious choice here was the Tracer Missile. Reduces the heat and activation time, just makes that a bit quicker, and you don't want too much heat. The next one, Sticky Dart, which you've now lost as an ability. You can now sort of add, if you want to, you can add that back, but I find Power Barriers much better for survivability, so that seems like the obvious choice there. Stealth Scan's not really that useful. The next level, customized Warheads, they're pretty much just all damage abilities. That one spreads Tracer Missile, so that could be good in a group situation, but it doesn't get used all the time, I don't think. Residue to the target, it doesn't say how long the residue lasts. So 5% damage, I guess it could be good for sustain, but I think the critical chance on Heat Seeker is going to be better for burst, so I think that's critical for PvP. Chaff Flare just seems the obvious choice for survivability. I mean, that you never use that anyway. And see, Power Overrides, yeah, it's pretty good. Gives you nice CC, but Chaff Flare's definitely better. Jet Escape just reduces all your cooldowns of escape abilities basically, so that seems like a good option. This one basically just hits them back on your energy shield. And Vent Heat, well, it's alright, but no, I think the escapes are more useful in that. The last one, Colto Charge, no, second to last. The Colto one's just the obvious 60% of your health. That's just insane, and it heals twice as much. The energy shield's nice, but it's not as good, and while moving, well, it's only one or two abilities, so it doesn't really matter. Responsive Safeguards is again the obvious choice here. I mean, Hydraulic Overrides is nice, but you've already got it. It just makes it a bit better. Well, I think you've already got it. I didn't actually check. No, you don't already have it, so it's a choice. It's useful, but Responsive Safeguards will keep you alive, and the stun's useful, but you've got CC, and you've got net, so I guess you can drop the stun for that. The last talents I haven't really looked at because I can't get them as not a sub, but let's see, Missile Blast. The Immobilize is quite nice because it gives you some sort of escapes from melee classes. Venting Heat's quite nice if you find you're overheating, but I only overheat when I'm using Missile Blast to immobilize anyway, so it's probably not that useful. And Trauma Regulators, that one was amazing when I could use that back at the old talents, so that's the obvious choice again. So yeah, that's your full Merc guide for 7.0. Like and subscribe.